So with the beta, things we're doing is players are actually going to get their hands on some of our new weapons. And I was saying earlier, we have a whole gamut of new weapons. When we looked at what we had, we wanted to approach each of the different areas, from starting rifles, which we include the shotguns in, to new heavies, to even new specialty weapons that are sort of crazy, like the boom shot. So one of the first ones is we looked at our online play and realized that Nasher play is crazy. The shotgun is the #1 weapon, it's a fan favorite of Gears of War 1 and 2. And what we want to do is find a shotgun that allow the more casual player to have the same effectiveness. They can really bring that to the game. And so what you have is this double-barreled shotgun that's super, super close range. So when you try it tonight, you basically have to be like this far away to actually kill the person. Or this, but yeah, so that's later. But basically you have to be that close to jib. And the fact is that when you get that close, you can actually jib up to 3 people at a time with it. That's how effective it is. But it also, the range, if you don't get close enough, it's basically an old 1812 musket battle.
Yeah, it's like from here, you down them, and then that other distance I'm not going to do again. The reload time is a bitch, keep that in mind. It's like agonizing, like tantric reload, but it's worth it, because if you get it up again, you can totally smear a few people. We've had times where I see a guy going to revive another guy, there's a guy next to him, and when you pull off a multiple guy jib, it's so satisfying and amazing.
So you can take that.
Yeah, this is the one-shot. We like to refer to this as our elephant gun, essentially. Imagine if you were combining like a giant shell with a sniper rifle. This is perched at the top of one of my favorite maps that we have, where it's kind of set in the Locust Deadlands. And it's hip-slung, so it's a heavy weapon. And what happens is when you target with it, you get this laser that goes up that kind of scans the battlefield. It takes a beat or two to actually hone in on somebody. And once you can get it on somebody, you pink miss them. They don't even jib, they just turn into pink mist. And it's so gratifying to finally get somebody with this, because when you're scanning the map with that, they know to take cover, otherwise they're just going to explode. And it's really powerful, and it's really useful, and it's the one shot.
So as I talked about, we went back and looked at not only sort of the crazy weapons like the one shot, but also just going back to starting rifles. And this one is what we call the retro lancer. And basically what we wanted to look at was going back and looking at when the war that has been fought on Serra for eons has been basically, we want to see the human versus human fighting. And so when they were doing that, they had a knife bayonet. And it was only when the Locusts emerged that they actually switched to the chainsaw, because the knife wasn't very effective. And so what this allows us to do is this really cool bayonet charge attack. So one of the things you'll do is when you hold down B like you would with a chainsaw and a regular lancer, you'll actually go into this roadie run type of charge, lower your shoulder, and if you get enough momentum, you'll actually stab them, lift them up, and throw them aside. And it's really gratifying.
And keep in mind, this is a weapon that has a hell of a kick. It kicks like a mule, and it's also a medium to close range rifle. You're going to want to kind of be this distance, but if you get that close and manage the kick, you can drop people like nobody's business. Make sure, remember, to be for the charge and manage the kick, and you'll have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, we like to call this the assault rifle version of a shotgun. Basically, when somebody's coming at you, you can just tear them apart when they get within range, but it's kind of hard at long range.
So one of the mantras for the game was, give them what they want. We have shotgun players who love to use the shotgun. Give them the sawed-off shotgun, which is my personal favorite gun compared to the National, by the way. Hip fighter is very useful. But also, don't leave rifle players out in the cold. Give them something else new so those rifle players can kick ass and kill too. The Digger. This is a very, very fun new addition. It's when we had the boom shot in Gears, it would fire over cover. And this is kind of the inverse of that, where it's a weapon that fires a little diggy nom-nom creature that fires out, burrows in the ground, and then leaves a little Bugs Bunny trail, and then pops up next to guys, bouncing Betty style. It's a weapon that if a guy sees you and you're kind of firing at him, it has a hell of a telegraph, so it might be easy to dodge. But if you get a guy that's distracted, or a guy that you're fighting, you can fire one of these out, then switch to another weapon and start distracting him. You might wind up going into that, or heaven forbid you have a group of guys who are in combat, because you're like, "Boom, you guys are dead, I'm going over here," and then they all pop, and it's really fun. Oh, and if you get a direct hit, it digs into the person's chest, burrows up, and pops out of their chest, and explodes there too, which is cool too. This is you.
So, again, looking across the full range of weapons, we wanted to bring another grenade, and so the flame grenade or incendiary grenade was a natural fit for us. And what we look at it as is sort of an area of denial type of grenade, where you can throw it down, it'll burst into flames, and you can keep people away, because if they start to go into the fire, they can die. The most obvious way to kill them is to hit somebody directly with it. And that's one of the changes we made between Gears 2 and Gears 3 is the ink grenade and the flame grenade all burst on impact. So if you remember Gears 1 and 2 with the frag grenade, it bounced and then it would have a short timer. But the ink grenade and the flame grenade actually are like as if they were made of glass, that when you throw it, it shatters and it goes immediately. So there isn't that sort of telegraph. But look at using it as fun to plant on people, it's fun to put as proximity, and it's really fun to just throw at people, and slow them down.
Oh, don't forget that we added the mag tag, so if you have somebody that you've picked up as a meat shield, and you have a grenade in your inventory, even a smoke grenade, you can press up on the D-pad and you'll kick them away with a grenade stuck in their head, which is really useful.
So, and actually, one of the things for people trying the weapons tonight, if you're a Hammerburst player, one of the big changes we made with the Hammerburst is that it actually has iron sights now. So when you're playing with the Hammerburst and you're able to start picking off people, if you click your right stick, you'll actually go into iron sights mode, and it's really effective at range. That was really what we did when we balanced the weapons. We wanted the shortest of the short range with the sawed-off, going to the Gnasher, going to the Retro, going to the Lancer, going to the Hammerburst. The Hammerburst is the longest range, most accurate rifle, but you have to sort of fan it. It's a semi-automatic. So, but try that right click on the Hammerburst. It's a pretty cool change.
Yeah, keep in mind, some weapons are better for some other maps. The Hammerburst is good for the medium to larger maps, whereas the Retro Lancer is better for the smaller maps. Oh, and real quick, before I forget, you can actually change your startup weapons before the match starts. So you select which rifle you want. Do you want the Retro Lancer? Do you want the regular Lancer? Or do you want the Hammerburst? When for your shotgun, you select the sawed-off or the Gnasher. And also, if you're dead, there's a way that you can actually, it's in the tooltip right there. I can't remember.
You press A to change loadouts. That's another big thing for us, and now in Gears 3 multiplayer is like when you're dead, you can change your gun. So it's not like spawn with the Hammerburst and realize you picked the wrong weapon because the map is smaller than you thought or bigger than you thought. You can actually, when you die, press A, pick a different gun, pick a different shotgun, and get back into it and start fighting with new weapons. So it makes it a lot easier.